Oi, oi, eu tô no. Oi, tudo bom? Eu tô no cliente 28370, esse um que eu pedi agora há pouco. Aí o cliente reclama. Eu tô no cliente 28370. É isso, deixa eu confirmar aqui. 28370. Aí o cliente foi instalar. Isso, acho que faz 2 semanas que instalaram a internet dele, né? Isso, daí o cliente reclama de lentidão. Daí aproveitaram o cabeamento antigo que está aqui. O cabo parece ser bem velho. Pode ser esse cabo aqui, daí teria que trocar o cabeamento dele. No caso aqui seria, no caso seria sem custos daí, né? Porque na instalação não fizeram o serviço. E, só que daí assim, eu acho que seria até um retrabalho aqui, né? Então, a minha agenda está louca. Oi. É prédio, né? Torre do Sol. Prédio, né? Olha, é sim. No andar de baixo, e ainda. Vai precisar de ajuda. Aqui vai ser prazer, vai precisar de ajuda também. Claro. Pode ser que sim, porque esse cabeamento, se você, quando é prédio assim, do lado, se você puxa de um lado, de repente você não está do outro cuidando, às vezes ele embora e não tem no andar de cima ainda que está ocupado. Hoje ainda, eu paraliso aqui, daí você tira da minha caixa, né? Beleza, então. Obrigado, tchau, tchau. Valeu, tchau, tchau. Vou mandar hoje ainda. Uma outra equipe, né? Acho que mais de tarde, lá pelas 5 mais ou menos. Mas não tem como saber horários, tem que ficar de plantão aguardando.
Não, mas eu não fico na hora de...
Beleza? Então, da minha parte seria só isso, daí a gente vem hoje ainda.
Você não quer conferir a caixa só?
Não, aqui não há necessidade nesse caso. É bom você ficar com a chave, já de repente assim que sai, né?
Não, eu vou ficar.
E porque quando a gente parte do princípio que tem alguma coisa que evidentemente não tá correto, a gente tem que primeiro fazer a troca, né?
É, porque da minha parte, assim, a partir dali, olha, tá tudo certo. Eu fiquei com a direita, Alô? Oi? Como assim? Ele nem abriu a caixa. Não, ele não abriu a caixa. Ele só veio no meu apartamento e olhou aqui fora. Pegou um menu na caixa e não subiu. Nada a ver. Também tá certo lá no telefone. Mas ele nem mexeu na caixa. Ele tá vindo, vai mexer na caixa. Qual? Tá, só um pouquinho. Bora. 3223 5 4 5. É, daí daí você vai estar em casa quando terminarem aqui? Eles vão vir mais pra mim. Então tá. Beleza, obrigado.
If you've been a subscriber for some time, you may have seen my analyzed reviews in the past for films like Enemy, Prometheus, or Only God Forgives. While planning this discussion, I decided that style was perfect for this video. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy The Problem with Horror Movies Today. I was inspired to make this video for a few reasons. I saw an Australian horror film called Called The Babadook, and because of having to sit through 2014 releases like The Quiet Ones Annabelle, and most recently, Ouija. It's also due to reading opinions of this year's psychological reasons. I saw an Australian horror film called The Babadook, and because of having to sit through 2014 releases like The Quiet Ones, Annabelle, and most recently, Ouija. It's also due to reading opinions of this year's psychological thriller, Oculus, but mostly what I want to discuss is audience expectation, how that can ruin a good horror film, and more importantly, have audiences forgotten what real horror is. In my opinion, the horror genre is the most widely varied in film. There's countless subgenres: monsters, slashers, zombies, ghosts, nature, aliens, torture, comedy, and my personal favorite, psychological. This is perhaps why I've always gravitated to scary and suspenseful films. As a genre, the use of imagination is almost unlimited. But lately, imagination is a word that studios, horror filmmakers, and as a result, the audience has completely forgotten about. Here's a comment I recently came across on IMDb. Okay, this is meant to be a horror, right? You wait all through film. Okay, got filmmakers, and imagination is a word that studios, horror filmmakers, and as a result, the audience has completely forgotten about. Here's a comment I recently came across on IMDb. Okay, this is meant to be a horror. Right? You wait all through. Okay, forgotten about. Here's the result: the audience has. But lately, imagination is a word that studios, horror filmmakers, and as a result, the audience has completely forgotten about. Here's a comment I recently came across on IMDb. Okay, this is meant to be a horror, right? You wait all through film to see this thing just to be let down. Yes, the atmosphere is creepy, but the end ruined it. Imagination is for kids. I want to see the monster at the end. Big letdown. This comment was in reference to The Babadook, which I recently had the pleasure of seeing. If you haven't seen it yet, don't worry, I won't spoil anything for you. It's a dark, soulful film about a mother and son dealing with grief and a monster that lurks in the darkness. This commenter seems to be upset that he didn't receive much of a look at said monster. He He also seems to have completely missed the point of the film. The Babadook is the best horror film I've seen in 2014. It deeply unsettled me, and not just because of its effective atmosphere and cinematography. The true terror of the film is its implications, the hidden meaning of the monster, and its excellent exploration of grief and depression. All of this was beautifully realized in an Oscar-worthy performance by the luminous Essie Davis, who perfectly displayed the looming insanity that consumed her character. The film currently stands at 96% on Rotten Tomatoes and 90 on Metacritic. Mature and discerning horror fans have shown major appreciation for the film's lack of cheap jump scares and the tasteless scare tactics of many modern-day horror films. And yet, that's also the problem. For many audience members today, the term scary has a completely different definition. For some, it seems a film's scare level is measured by how many times a loud noise or sound effect made them jump in their seat. This is the curse of the jump scare. It is the single easiest scare to accomplish. There's no real effort put into it, and the exact same technique is used every time. All sound suddenly drains from the movie, no one speaks, there's no music, and then suddenly an ear-piercing jolt rings through the theater and everyone jumps because a really loud noise just happened. Often it's revealed to be one of the main character's friends, or some other type of false scare. Please observe this scene from the original and highly effective horror film, Halloween.
Jesus. Are you all right?
This is how a false scare should be portrayed. Look at it this way, and this may be a little vulgar, but it's true. Horror movies should be like sex. You don't want the audience to blow their load too early. Now bear with me on this one. If your audience begins to associate everything frightening in the film with loud noises and sound effects, then your film will build to nothing. The climax of the movie won't be effective in the least, because the audience has already had all the of the movie won't be effective in the least, because the audience has already had all the tension released too early by countless jump scares, making what's actually supposed to be frightening near the end tiresome. Let's examine that scene again, but how it would be portrayed in 2014. With this absurd noise, all tension has deflated from the film, and the music has now told us that the sheriff is the one to fear, not Michael Myers. The jump scare is the cheapest tactic used in horror films today, and the most frightening thing is, its rampant use has caused many audience members to forget what true horror is. Another deciding factor is marketing and audience expectation. A primary example I often reference is The Village, a film by frequently maligned director M. Night Shyamalan. Many view this as the film where Shyamalan began to lose his talent. But did he? Or did our expectations for the film we wanted to see let us down? The problem was the marketing, something Shyamalan has since regretted approving. The trailers made the movie out to be a creature feature, when in reality it was a period piece romance. I remember being vastly disappointed with the twist ending because my friends and I had spent months excitedly trying to figure out what the creatures would look like, only to discover the film was actually a love story in hiding. Years later, the film has since become more respected, especially for Roger Deakins' gorgeous cinematography. Unfortunately, since most horror directors have zero clout in the industry, they rarely have a say in what goes into their trailers, so most good horror films are mismarketed to try and appeal to a mass audience mentality. For that reason, the trailer for The Babadook is marketed as a creature feature. The trailer has over 1 million views on YouTube. That's over 1 million people expecting a monster movie who will leave the theater disappointed that they just watched a challenging and mature psychological thriller because all they wanted to see was a monster. Let's talk about Oculus, which is currently my second favorite horror film of the year behind The Babadook. I've seen it twice now, and upon the second viewing, was even more impressed with the seamless, non-linear storytelling than I was the first time. It's a film about an evil mirror and its reign of terror on a helpless family told across many years. I'll never forget my experience at the screening. When the credits ended, I was literally the only person praising it. Everyone was saying the exact same thing to me. Really, Chris? You liked it? Why? It wasn't even scary. I fear this is because of something I'll reiterate. Audiences have forgotten what real horror is. Did I jump in my seat when I watched Oculus? No, not that I recall. Isn't that great? The writer-director Mike Flanagan cleverly uses the story of two children witnessing their parents slowly go insane their father chaining their mother to a wall as she rips out her own teeth, the eventual repressed memories of adulthood, and the looming terror of mental illness. These things are scary. In fact, they're terrifying. And yet, movies like Annabelle, a shameless cash grab to leech off one of the better horror films in recent memory, and Ouija, a movie about a fucking board game, continue to top the box office. Let's talk about James Wan, the director of Insidious, The Conjuring. Clearly, the man understands the genre, but you might be thinking, Chris, you're being hypocritical. Both of those films were littered with loud sound effects and jump scares. Yes, they were, but they weren't false. All of the terror generated by those films were from things you're actually supposed to be scared of. Wan understands what modern audiences find frightening while also respecting his more mature audience members by avoiding false scares. And yet, studios don't care about anything I just said. All they care about is the numbers. It's been made painfully obvious since 1978's Halloween that horror films can be made for cheap and rake in absurd profits. The Blair Witch Project and the seemingly endless Paranormal Activity series has spawned a new subgenre in horror called found footage. According to Box Office Mojo, the budget for Blair Witch was $60,000 and it raked in $248 million. Paranormal Activity was made for a mere $15,000 and grossed an astonishing $193 million worldwide. Remember the universally hated Chernobyl Diaries? Yeah, it grossed 37 times its budget. Wasn't Apollo 18 such a gigantic misfire? Not really. Even though it only grossed $25 million worldwide, it still made 5 times its budget. Wasn't The Devil Inside terrible? Guess what? That thing grossed 101 times what it cost to make. Nearly everyone I've talked to agrees that Annabelle was an awful movie. As of right now, that film has a worldwide gross of $231 million on a budget of just $6.5 million. Or how about Ouija? Currently, this film has just had its second weekend at the box office and has already grossed $42 million worldwide on a budget of just $5 million. In its first weekend, more people went to see this board game movie than the excellent action thriller John Wick. And in its second weekend, the film basically tied with Nightcrawler, one of the best films of the year, for first place. I'm disgusted by this. I've talked to not one single person that liked Ouija. Not one. I've been told by some people that I pay attention to the box office too much and that I shouldn't let it bother me. Unfortunately, it bothers me because I know this is what the studios are looking at. They don't care if anyone actually liked Annabelle or Ouija or any of those found footage movies I just mentioned. They will make sequels and prequels until they stop making money. I've made this video to implore people to reevaluate what good horror is. I'm concerned by the rising trends I see with today's moviegoers, and if you are too, please share this video in the hopes that we can generate awareness for this disturbing pattern that's infecting the horror genre. What are your thoughts on modern day horror? Let me know what you think in the comments section, and as always, thanks so much for watching, everyone, and if you like this, you can click right here and get stuckmanized. After publishing my video, The Problem with Horror Movies today, many requested that I tackle other genres as well. If you've been a subscriber for some time, you may have seen my analyzed movies have been my passion.
Why, oh why, can't I make my mind up about this fucking game? I'm normally pretty decisive when it comes to critical opinions on games, but Dark Souls 2 seems to be the exception. There are some things that I really, really like about Dark Souls 2, and then there's some things that I really, really hate. I felt that I needed to give the game another run-through following my video response to H-Bomber Guy, as I realised now that I was somewhat guilty of the smugness I accused Harris of having. In other words, it soured my critique in my own head, rendering it sort of pointless. What I'm going to do now, both for my benefit and hopefully yours, is attempt to set the record straight on Dark Souls 2, to form my final opinion and analysis on this game, and to close the book on it forever. So where on earth do we start? Dark Souls 2 always ranked fairly low in terms of my preference for the Souls games, but it might have changed on this latest playthrough. Looking back, I feel like I've been somewhat unfair to Dark Souls.
Tickets just gone. Thousands and thousands of free tickets just gone with the wind. I just haven't had time to sit back and really sob about this shit. As you can see, that's definitely gonna be some.
Jesus Christ! We all know by now TanaCon was a disaster. It was a failure. But we haven't really been told why. Why did it fail? Why did TanaCon go so badly? How did it get so out of control? Well, the message that we were told initially was that 15,000 people just showed up. They just showed up magically. That's right.
You guys, I just found out there are 20,000 people outside.
Oh my gosh, 20,000 people. It started off with 20, and it started off with something really cool, like, guys, you won't believe this. But then the chaos broke out.
You're fucking with me. I didn't expect 15,000 people to show up. Like, it's nuts, right? Like, literally, I told her.
I didn't expect 15,000 people. She has to say this to everyone. I never heard anyone say a message, reiterate a point so constantly as 15,000 people showed up. It's as if she would get paid every time she said it or something. I never seen anyone say anything so liberally.
15,000 people, 15,000 people, that 15,000 is 15,000 people, 15,000 people, 15,000 people, 15,000 people are 15,000 people, 15,000 people, 15,000 people, 15,000 people, 15,000 people, 15,000 people, all 15,000 of you, I love you.
But 15,000 people showed up to my event. Can you guys believe what a big success it was? Because so many people showed up. Well, as it turns out, that wasn't really what happened. We had now a statement from the City of Garden Grove Police Department saying that they sold 4,000 tickets. TanaCon had sold approximately 4,000 tickets at the...
Tem que acreditar, tem que acreditar. Seu mundo não pode parar. Seu mundo não pode parar.
At the time of the event. And the hotel ballrooms where the event was scheduled could hold a maximum of 1,150 people. So 1,000 people got in, and 3,000 or 4,000 people were outside in the sun. And people were already speculating that this was the point.
I don't think there was 15,000 people there. I think there was 5,000 people there. I think they sold 5,000 tickets. I think 1,000 people went inside the building, and then I think the other 4,000 people were waiting outside, and they couldn't get in because there wasn't room.
And it's pretty clear that that was the case. But how did we get to this mess, and who is truly responsible? Well, to understand TanaCon, we must go deeper. I understand no one cares. Trust me, there is some juicy stuff in here that you want to know about. But I will only reveal if you smash that like button right now and hit the bell button. And let me know if you will be attending TanaCon 2018. I know I will. If you look at the invite for TanaCon, it literally says in all caps, bold font, F VidCon. F the current CEO. F everyone who created VidCon. And if you want to know why TanaCon became a thing, that's why. The whole point of TanaCon was to just point finger at VidCon. So you're already setting off in the wrong motive. Tana wanted TanaCon to be at the same time as VidCon, so it would rival VidCon. But if you really cared about just doing an event, you would have been more responsible and done it at the right time when it made sense, at the right venue for the right amount of people. And the more I find out about TanaCon, the more annoyed I get. I sort of gave her a pass in my last video, but she should be banned from holding any event in the future. She should go to jail. Because this whole event was just selling lies. It's an actual con, and not the con, you know what I mean. VidCon is bad, so you should come to TanaCon.
That this company is parading themselves as, you know, meet your favorite creators.
You're not going to meet the creators.
You're not. 200 people are going to reserve a meet and greet from refreshing the page, and the rest of you are going to wander around because. Yep.
So at VidCon, you're just going to have to wander around. Unlike TanaCon, where you will have a great time meeting all your creators. That's the premise of TanaCon.
Thank you, VidCon. So now that all of that is being said.
You VidCon. What's wrong with her? Jesus Christ. So there were supposed to be free tickets, but also tickets that you could buy for $65 or $71. I don't know. And if you bought the tickets, you would get to skip the lines. You would get this cool goodie bag, which would be 4 times worth the ticket.
$276. That's what she said was going to be the price of the contents of this goodie bag.
Stickers from Kita, Oevo, Gucci Princess cruelty-free shopping guide, whatever this is, and then a condom, a Tana condom.
Well, as we know now, there was no separate line if you had paid. There was really no difference at all if you had paid for a ticket or not.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter if you have VIP. There's some girl that was in front of me, she got 2 of these. She could have walked outside and any of these 20,000 people gave them this and they could have got it.
Oh my god!
This whole thing is
And a lot of people saying there were no free ticket people there. Everyone just had the VIP pass. But it would be worth it because you could pay $65 for some stickers. But the other lie that annoyed me even more is the fact that other people were going to be at the event. There was going to be Shane Dawson at the event. Shane doesn't really do VidCon or any other type of meet and greet. And right now he's very popular, so obviously a lot of people are gonna want to show up to TanaCon, not necessarily for Tana, but to meet Shane Dawson. And this message was pointed out by a lot of different people.
The ones that we have publicly confirmed right now are along the lines of, there's so many, seriously. But me, Bella Thorne, she's doing it. Nice. She's amazing. We have Shane Dawson.
Obviously, as you guys know, I am so insanely blessed to have confirmed Shane. Not only Shane, but Andrew, Ryland, and Morgan. Like, that's, to have Shane and his friends supporting my convention is literally the most jaw-dropping, tear-jerking.
Okay, we get it. Shane didn't show up because it wouldn't have been safe for him to do so.
It didn't even cross my mind that this would be something that I would go to. Shane Dawson, who I made a song about, said that he was going to support his friend Tana. I was like, oh, that's really cool. You know, like, Shane Dawson doesn't really go out to conventions, so this is like, he hasn't gone out since the first VidCon. And then the idea kind of just kept festering.
So you meet all these creators and your money will be 4 times worth. That's the message. But okay, fine. You know, let's still be nice here and say, fine. But TanaCon was supposed to be 2 days. So they canceled the first day. Maybe they'll make up for it for the second day. That's what I thought, at least in my first video. It's clear now that they're not gonna do that. They're not doing any more days. They just canceled everything.
Well, flew in for this, paid for hotel rooms, and they stand in the heat for 4 hours.
Yeah.
To say it's canceled. I think that's ridiculous.
It's not canceled. It's simply being postponed for a 2-hour period. For 2 hours.
Been in line for over 4 hours.
I'm aware.
So no, it's not postponed. It's canceled. It's ridiculous.
We don't know. We're under fire marshal law.
Because they sold too many tickets and they can't fit all the people in there. And all the free people are in there and the people that paid can't get in.
I mean,
it's ridiculous.
She has a point.
Oh, I have such a point.
Yes, you do.
Yes, Mom!
Yes!
Then she needs to give everybody their money.
Yes!
I like how she says, I'm gonna find the guy in charge. She literally spoke to him 3 seconds before, not realizing that was him.
In there, and all the free people.
That's right, that's the guy in charge. The guy riding around on a Segway, looking like he's 12 years old. You go to Good Time, the company that issued this event, that did this event. You click on Michael Weist. Who is Michael Weist? The CEO. Oh my gosh, that's him. Wow, I am a detective. So let's say you sell 5,000 tickets for $65, $325,000. A venue like a hotel, to be very generous, would probably cost $50,000 to book. But let's say $70,000, just to be extra. We're still left with $255,000. Okay, well let's say, you know what? Fuck it. $100,000 to organize this thing. No effing way it costs that much. There's still $150,000. And you have it run by this young kid. Obviously, they're just gonna take the money and run. They're not gonna do another date. They're just gonna cancel it. And now, Tana has to defend herself against all of this, saying everything would have been fine unless 15,000 people showed up.
Everything would have gone fine. The entire first time of the day was incredible. We had a fucking wedding and panels and Q&As, meet and greets, everything. It was a fully functioning convention with
a fully functioning convention, which is why people literally had to go to the hospital. Wow, she looked like she had a great time at TanaCon. Hooray! And also, who doesn't want to watch a wedding by a bunch of strangers? But you know, safety is the most important bit.
I want you guys to know that safety and coordination is also a giant priority of mine, seeing as I've been stopped my whole life.
Safety and coordination, a giant priority for TanaCon.
Like crushed up against the table where they were doing the bag checks, and between like the barricade. The barricade is the word I'm looking for. So I'm getting like squished up against that.
VidCon holds what, 20,000 people are at VidCon right now, and 15,000 people came over. You know.
Dude,
like rioting, yelling, fuck VidCon.
15,000 people, guys. Tana also claiming there was 2 lines. That's right.
People that paid and lines for people that came in for free,
yeah,
right?
There were lines for everything today. There was
There were lines for everything. I feel like I can nitpick so many things and so many lines, but I think what annoyed me the most is just the gloating. You know, this event is gonna be the best. This is gonna, yeah. Everything happens for a reason.
The response when the tickets went live in the first 2 minutes, 2,000 were gone. Free tickets just gone. Thousands and thousands of free.
Thousands of people just wanted free tickets to see me. I'm Tana Mongo. I'm important. No, you're not. At this point, you know, I would suggest you should do a free event for real and do it right and make sure that you do retribution. Give justice to these people that came, you know, spent money to travel, convince their parents to pay for this event, to go there, for hotels, all these things. Just don't do anything. Just fuck off. And that's all I had to say about TanaCon. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed listening, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Goodbye. That was a cool outro. Maybe I'll stick with that one.
How's it going, bro? Gotta get it like this when you wanna hit a flow. Grind it like hope and I pop and top and never stop. Run up in the city and I'm never gonna flop. Tell me when to go, I'm like whenever. I'm done with this. Pass the mic to Edgar.
Tá todo mundo querendo pegar o iPhone 8 Product Reds na Claro. Venha correndo e aproveite o 4.5G da Claro. A nova era da velocidade. Até 10 vezes mais rápido.
Claro, você merece o novo.
Milhares de pessoas já trocaram sua TV. Não dá mais pra deixar essas TVs zicadas aqui, não.
Relaxa. A gente já sabe o que vai fazer com elas.
As TVs zicadas deram certo! Bye bye, Alemanha!
Welcome to Skattade Florida, mannen. You laugh, you lose. YouTube's greatest show, everybody. I wonder how many copy strikes this one will get. Keep watching and you will find out. Usually I just get the clips from 4chan, but I genuinely think I've seen every single You Laugh, You Lose. Congrats to me, everybody. So we're trying something different today. I'm reacting to meme compilation clips. And we'll see if they make me skratta or not. Bring it.
Wah pedals have a very famous and recognizable sound.
It made a wah sound because of Wah Luigi. I am laughing internally because it's a close one. Wow, set the standard high here. Let's see some more clips. Looks like we have Harry Potter moving on.
What's that?
When was this uploaded? Huh? What is this old ass memes? This was uploaded yesterday. Lord Keck. More like Lord Whack. God damn it.
Concentrate on how it makes you feel. And let your hand drift across the canvas.
I can't believe I never played this game. I played literally every single game from, or is it David Cage? Weirdo. Alright, it will be what? A Minion? Shrek?
Oh my god.
Okay, fine. Fine, you made me chuckle. It wasn't a skratta. It was a... Moving on. Have you skratted yet? Leave a like if you haven't. Hit the bell button for more funny videos just like this one.
Installed a new 18-foot-long neon sign along the Route 66 corridor. You can't miss it. It's right next to the Tower Theater. Once it's turned on, the sign will spell out Deli Cat Essen.
What?
It's time to return to space, where nothing is the same as before. Paradox Interactive's grand strategy game Stellaris allows you to create your own alien race, to explore the great unknown, discover ancient wonders, and make allies or enemies through diplomacy and war. In this second season of YouTuber Wars, we've gathered some familiar faces, along with some new ones. They'll be entering Stellaris 2.0, a whole new challenging playground. Will they band together or conquer the galaxy for total supremacy? In Season 1, we gathered 6 complete beginners to get hands-on experience with Stellaris. Empires were built and alliances were...
What? Delikatessen? I thought that was a Swedish word.
You can't miss it. It's right next to the Tower Theater. Once it's turned on, the sign will spell out Deli Cat Essen.
I don't get it. Deli Cat. I need to scroll down and see if anyone can explain this joke to me. I don't get it.
With the glass ceiling broken, all the oppressed groups shall prosper, especially the most oppressed group of all, gamers.
What am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to say no? Gamers aren't oppressed? Because that would be a lie. There's been no group beyond gamers that has been abused, mistreated. Just look at Battlefield 5. Just look at Assassin's Creed. How dare they have a woman in an Assassin's Creed game? I know, women can't run. Where am I going with this joke? That's a great question. Hey, Grande!
I've ever seen. So it would seem.
Not only does Westgate Clear's powerful adhesive keep all the water out of the boat, it creates a super strong watertight barrier that seals out the elements. and you can see right through. And even in the most extreme conditions, let's take clear can take a pounding and hold so tight. I think I'm gonna need a bigger boat. Wahoo!
Well done, Grande, you did it! I didn't expect that. That was good meme. Good meme. Gary, you need to massage.
You need to massage the testicle. The baby oil, and you put it in, and now
look at him. Look at this guy. He's like, oh yeah.
You put it in, and
oh,
now
yeah. Tell me more.
You put the peanuts. You warm it in the cold winter. You warm.
This seems like one of those interviews that it's faked. You know, they edit it to make it more awkward, but instead it's the opposite.
Yeah. Make sure all the blood flow.
Or maybe it is. Category: pets and animals. Moving on.
All I want is a Black Lotus. Here we go.
A Black
Black
Lotus?
Lotus live on the stream. It is! Look! It is! It's a Black Lotus! It's a 2014 Lotus XC!
That's amazing. Live on camera. I thought they didn't have many more of the original Magic the Gatherings. It always amazes me how adult people can still be interested in Pokemon cards. Pathetic. Heavily played. Dude, so completely destroyed. Wait, Solid Snake is in Smash? Has he always been? Library Cup from Seinfeld. Wait, he was racist in that? Oh, hell yeah. Oh my god. God damn it. It's gonna pause the other video. Great. What alphabet letter is going to become a meme next, guys? Place your bets down in the description. I'm thinking a Q, because it's a bit weird one, isn't it?
God, look how orange you look, girl.
God damn it! They're too quick. You can't just move on to Maui or whatever. Mona, whatever.
What? What? No, I'm here.
You now have to...
You see what I mean? I need to...
Samap é a máquina de cartão número 1. A número 1 porque não cobra aluguel. A número 1 porque você recebe suas vendas em um dia. A número 1 porque tem só 1% de taxa. Faça as contas. Você vai ver que a Samap é a melhor opção para o seu negócio. Samap, a máquina...
I need to process what I just watched and now I have this FIFA dude in front of me. Lord Keck, very disappointed in this compilation.
So let's check it out live right now.
Sorry, Dolan. I already made this meme. Goodbye.
What does life look like during your period? What's wrong, baby? It's up to...
Fine, Lord Keck. I will give you a pass.
And here's Rhonda Merkin. She and some girlfriends invented a robot recycling machine called the Carpet Muncher.
Looks like she's gonna go wall to wall, Vic.
Right you are, Ken.
Oh, everyone press F on your keyboard right now.
However, we do have one more announcement. Please, take a look.
Daddy Sakurai, I f***ing love you. I f***ing love this man. That's the new screen right there? Just... What is this? Ridley? They did it. 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 They did it.
Is this a new one?
They did it. They did it.
Oh my god, if Hatsune Miku was in Smash, then I would have that reaction. Then I would understand. This is a pathetic... Look, it even says here, soy boys. I can read. Alright, everybody, that was pretty good. Had some good scrata. Moving on, however, to smoke memes every day. You know when you have those sidebars, you know it's not gonna be that great. But I'm willing to give it a try. I'm willing to give it a good old try.
I'm
Amaze me. Wow me.
I am actually pansexual.
I am transgender.
I am just grinding out some victory royales to finish off season 3.
Why does he talk like that? I didn't even realize it was LEA first. Fine. That was okay.
I'm gay.
I'm a lesbian.
I am actually pansexual.
I am transgender.
I saw this boat in half!
The Flex Seal memes. They keep living. Fine. Some of them are okay. I'm 28 years old. What is the joke there? Some are just so bad that you just ruin all credibility. Maybe they're planted there to throw me off from the next meme. Damn it. Damn it! I fell in my own trap. Okay. Okay. This is epic.
Of course you remember Zeke, Rufus, Jeet, Billy Bob, Billy Jim, Billy, 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 Banana Fanta, Pope Billy, Tug, Enos, Ted, Julio, Fletcher McGee, Rainchild, Zeke,
Loud equals fun, everyone. That's right. Remember those words.
Hiya, sport.
Your skin is wrinkly.
Yeah? Well, that shirt you're wearing is gay.
Damn it! Is that real? That can't be real. Scrubs was such a friendly show. What happened?
It's Master Chef, not Master Bait.
What? I'm sorry, what? I'm gonna need context for that clip, please. Are they laughing or crying? Because I would be crying.
The bait.
That's the biggest insult he's ever has said.
Taught me the pimp trade. You know, which hoes to pick and which ones to pass up.
So cold, so hungry, so tired.
Oh, and we don't take back talk in this bit.
Well, I hope you guys had fun today. Yes, that's right. Of course you did. Thank you guys so much for watching another video of Skratadu Filuradu. Leave a like if you lost, and leave a like if you're here. That would be great. And maybe a comment. Yeah, goodbye. It's a new thing, in case you haven't realized. Very nice. But can you do this?
How's it going, bro? Gotta get it like this when you wanna hit a flow. Grinding like hoping I pop on top and never stop. Run up in the city and I'm never gonna flop. Tell me when to go, I'm like whenever. I'm done with this. Pass the mic to Edgar.
Samap é a máquina de cartão número 1, porque não cobra aluguel, porque você recebe as vendas em um dia e tem só 1% de taxa. Faça as contas, não perca mais vendas. Compre a sua por 12 vezes de R$ 5,70.
É assim que você se sente com o app 68. Você tem o técnico virtual, suporte técnico para sua banda larga, fixo e TV, direto pelo celular. Baixe o app 68, é Oi junto de você, sempre que você precisar.
Oi.
Oi?
It's time for another Skratadu Filuradu, mannen. Yes, yes, yes. Another one? How many more? How many more is he gonna make? Ah, jeez. I sure hope no one calls me out on it for milking a series, because that has never been done before. I'm looking at you, Mr. Happy Wheels. Now let's have a little better. Is that too much to ask? Last week I asked you to send in some videos. I'm not gonna do that because they were goddamn awful.
So the first stop is the cranberry capital of the world, Warrens, Wisconsin. It was amazing seeing these vast fields of cranberries this close. So I decided to take a closer look and
really
get some
funny.
of my own.
He's gonna fall in. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I didn't see that one coming. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Closer look and get some of my own.
Oh my god, these are funny.
There's a story behind my skin. It's a mosaic of all the faces before it.
I'm English, Irish, German, and Cherokee. I'm 100%.
I never pressed the pause button so fast in my life. Oh my god. I'm sweating. Oh, that was a close one. Christian channel. Christian channel. This.
The third circle tonight. We talked about this the first two. You need to learn to say no. Jesse, if you take this. If you take this. If you.
Oh, Jesse. Yes. What a gangster. You can't tell Jesse to do nothing. He is so grounded. You're so grounded! Why do you let him drive then? What the heck, man? Oh, I've seen this. So good. His face, when he sees it, he's just like, oh, you got me, man, you got me. Beautiful.
Who are safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults... adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman.
But,
for those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So, now you do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women.
Moving on. Thank you.
Thank you so much for masturbating over my stream and donating $2,000, you virgin. Let me go ahead and write you down on the board right here. Wow, can you guys show him some love? Can you guys show Steven some love on the board right here? Wow,
Good old Steven.
So much money. Oh my God, Steven. On my whiteboard. Okay. I really don't understand why I keep getting hate in the community. Everybody just comes in here saying I do this for the money. No, I don't. I do it because I love it.
Wow, that was a... No! Felix, Christian channel, and stop laughing. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Oh! Maybe I need a friend for Sleepy. Maybe that's his problem. Hey, Sleepy, what do you think of this? You know what? I'm amazed that he hasn't taken a shit yet, so I'm not gonna gamble. Okay. But I think it was a good idea to get a goddamn toad. So moist, you know? It's kind of nice for your...
Turn the bass on. Turn the bass on. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Big, dirty, stinking bass. Dirty, stinking bass. Big, dirty, stinking bass. Dirty, dirty, stinking big. Dirty, stinking bass. Dirty, stinking bass. Big, dirty, stinking bass. Bass.
What is happening?
Bass. I don't need no speed. No. I don't need no heroin. I don't want no coke. You can keep your ketamine. Yeah. I'm a bassline junkie. I'm a bassline junkie. I'm a bassline junkie. And I like it funky. What the fuck? What you doing? What? Who touched it? Who told you to touch it? I will fucking kill you. Don't ever touch that fucking shit again.
Where's that from? Wait, it's a song. Oh hell yeah! Made me but I still haven't lost. Okay, what do we got? God damn it, it's so hard to be a Christian channel these days. People don't understand. People don't be a Christian. God damn it, it's so hard to be a Christian channel these days. People don't understand. People don't understand. You can't kill a bull with an apple. Idiots. These morons! Okay, okay.
A more practiced framing carpenter can sink a nail with 3 hits.
Wait, sorry. What the heck is memes from Estonia? What is that? What?
And an experienced carpenter can sink one with 2 hits. But only an alpha knows how to drive a nail with a single hit.
Uh-huh, okay, yeah, how you gonna do that? Oh god. Oh, family-friendly memes from Estonia. I approve of you. Thank you very much, Estonia, for keeping it family-friendly. Thank you, Estonia. You know, usually when you go to the eastern sides and people start looking like this, it's
Você que gosta de tecnologia e vive no seu celular, já pensou em fazer seu próprio aplicativo? A área mobile tem muita demanda e precisa de muitos profissionais para dar conta. Se você quiser mudar o mundo, poder desenvolver aplicativos por aí, vem aqui para Digital House aprender com a gente.
It's never good. It's weird explosions, drugs, guns. Okay, it's a family-friendly meme from Estonia. Very nice. Very nice family-friendly meme from Estonia. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
1, 5, 3, 9.
Okay, I see where this is going, and I'm going to choose to stop there. But thank you. It could be family-friendly.
Holy moly.
Look at his face, so red. What's the context here, please? Someone fill me in. Fill me in, what is happening here? Where is he?
Holy moly.
Thank you for not swearing. Thank you for keeping it real. Holy moly is a family-friendly statement. Holy moly indeed.
As you guys can see, look, he killed me with a stun. A stun, he can't use a stun. Yeah, guys, what? Look.
What?
Yeah, look, guys. Look. Hey, disconnected. Yeah, guys. Thanks for watching, guys.
This guy. It's the next damn PewDiePie. My god, what a talent. Oh my god. Very nice. Nope. Stop.
Is that a chicken? Let's get it.
It's always the quick ones that get me, man. I don't even know. What is this? Oh, shizzle. Hey, can't censor that.
Hey!
Whoa! Oh my god! Going for the attack, dude. Look at that sneaky. He's floating over. Look, he misses the broom. A crucial miss. You can't miss from that distance. The coon is gonna get you. The broom is dead at this point. And then I assume what happens here is that he dies as well from the coon. You don't mess with the coon, man. Look at it. It just floats in out of nowhere. Just floats in out of nowhere. How does it do that? I don't know what to tell you, man.
Oh, Nicholas, this train is gonna crash into these 5 people. Should we move the train to go this way, or should we let it go that way? Which way should...
Wow, that's really interesting, teaching a child moral dilemmas at an early age. This child, it's a brilliant mind. It's a genius. My God, of course. Literally the answer no one has ever given to this dilemma. That is right, little Timmy. If we move over the lady, she can get killed as well. It's a genius. Clearly, he's just respecting women here, and there's nothing else to it. Well, what do you know? Did you laugh or did you lose? Why do I always say that? You know what? Heck it, I'm going with it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to buy my chair, everyone. I sell shares. Shares? Shares. See you next week with another one. And remember, kids, stay family friendly. Christian, who am I? Anymore? I don't. Good old times sake. Let's give them what they want. Let's give them what they want. They want a bro fist. I know you want a bro fist. Come. There it is. Classic 2012. Come on, man. Pound it. Nothing bad is gonna happen. I promise. You know what? Give it a little kiss. Give it a little kiss. You kiss it too. Kiss it too. Come on. Kiss it. Lick it. Lick it.
No Ponto Frio tem muita facilidade rolando. Você compra hoje no site e retira amanhã mesmo na loja. São mais de 1.200 pontos de retirada em todo... No Ponto Frio tem muita facilidade rolando. Você compra hoje no site e retira amanhã mesmo na loja. São mais de 1.200 pontos de retirada em todo o Brasil. O preço tá caindo. Você compra os melhores produtos em até 16 vezes sem juros e ainda concorre a 100 mil por mês durante um ano. Descomplica e aproveita no Ponto Frio.
The rule is simple. Skratta du, förlorar du. How did this happen? Oh. What? How? Oh my God. I'm so confused how this happened. You laugh, you lose. Let's not laugh. Okay, it's not that hard. It's not that hard.
Pepino de novo! Pepino! Pepino! De novo! Pepino! 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 Pepino dela aquela de saltar, do canguru. Pepino! Pepino! Pepino!
Just went straight dolphin out of nowhere. Oh my God. Oh. 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 Brava. Sei bellissima. Wow. That made me laugh. I lost, okay? Whatever. Oh my God. This is like the oldest meme I can remember.
Someone set up at the bottom.
I was so confused when I saw this. I'm like, what is this joke?
Main screen turn on. It's you.
How are you, gentlemen?
Have you
All
guys
your
seen
days
this?
belong to us.
Is this too old for you?
You are on the way for destruction.
What you say?
You have no chance of surviving.